Welcome or welcome back. Thank you for being here with me today. If you're new here, my name is Ziya. If you're a fellow and returning subscriber, thank you for your continued love and support. I appreciate you all for being here with me today. As always, sending you all lots of love. So today we're actually going to be taking a look to see what the next 30 days has in store for you. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this, the next 30 days from then. Okay, so we have pile 1, we have pile 2, and we have pile 3. If you guys need more time to meditate on the energy, definitely feel free to pause the video. Something I like to do to be able to tune into the energies and pick my pile is I like to close my eyes, take a few deep breaths, allow myself to tune into my intuition, and then whatever pile is really calling to me or whatever pile my eyes seem to fall on when I open my eyes, that's the pile I go with, and I trust it. And you'd be surprised how accurate this stuff turns out to be. But anyways, like I said, if you need more time, pause the video. If you're ready, check out the timestamps, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, Pile 1. Thank you for being here with me today. So, if you chose these 2 cards, let's take a look and see what's in store for your next 30 days, okay? So, right off the bat, I just want to say when I was meditating on the energy, I seen an ice cream cone. I seen a pair of lips, and I said, what? Who is this? Give me a kiss. And I also seen like a person. I actually seen a couple people. So I don't know. This could be kind of like a busy month for you guys as far as like connections go, like meeting new people. Maybe you're dating somebody new, or maybe you're just going out and meeting new people when you're out and about. Like maybe you go get an ice cream cone and you meet somebody that you fucking vibe with really well, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're my soul tribe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It could be a multitude of things. This is a general reading, so put it where it fits. And only take what resonates. You don't have to make something fit if it's not for you, or if it don't feel right. Disregard the message, okay? So we got protection with flow in reverse, okay? So protection being upright is telling me that you are protected, baby. You are allowed to let go, to go with the flow. Wherever your soul, your intuition is guiding you to go, your heart is the main thing. I feel like where your heart is leading you to go, it is time for you to listen to that and to take action in a very gentle and gracious, subtle way. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to like force nothing. When I say take action, I'm not saying like just impulsively demand things. Like, no, it's like you just go with the flow, like a current. Like, I'm literally seeing a person in a current, and they just let it go, and they just start to flow with this current, and they be led to some beautiful hot spot in the lake. It's got all these beautiful flowers and trees and really luscious green grass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's beautiful there. And you wouldn't have known that that was there if you kept fighting the current. You would have tired yourself the fuck out, too. I'm just saying, probably drowned. Who knows? Spirit just wants you to let go right now, though. That's the main message. For the next 30 days, let go, go with the flow. Allow yourself to be free, to enjoy life a little bit more right now. You are protected. It's safe. It is safe. This pile probably has went through a lot of shit in the past. I mean, who hasn't, right? But especially around connections. So there could be some trust issues or something here. Maybe you have a hard time trusting yourself, or yeah, trusting yourself is a big one, is what Spirit keeps telling me. Maybe you have a hard time trusting yourself because in the past, and I can totally relate with this pile right now, in the past, you've made poor decisions, and it has led you to some really shitty situations, right? Or has had you involved with some people that were not good for you, right? And so now you're like really on guard. You have your guard up. It's really hard to let people in, to trust people, to trust yourself. And I totally 100% understand where you guys are coming from, because I'm currently in the same situation. Like, is this my pile? Is this my pile? Because this shit is resonating. But yeah, we're going to take a look and see what do you need to know about your next 30 days. We got some tarot cards here. We got some oracle cards. Okay, so we're going to take a look at your connections. We're going to take a look at your finances and studies. And we're also going to look at personal and spiritual growth. So, almost forgot because I did not write it down. We're winging it today, baby. See, go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Whatever comes out is meant to come out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Fuck scripting. Ain't no need for that in this next 30 days of your life. In this next little chapter of your life, yeah, you don't need a script. You just need to go with the flow. All right, let's give this one more riffle shuffle real quick. All right, spirit, ancestors, guides, tap me into the energy of pile 1. What do they need to know about their next 30 days? Please and thank you. And this is the vice versa tarot, so I'm only taking flyouts because they are front and back cards already. So we got the 6 of Cups. What did I say? Connections, okay? This could be somebody from the past coming back around. This could be soul tribe family, soulmates. A soulmate even, if it's just one. But soulmates can come in many forms. This can come in the form of an animal. This can come in the form of a friend. This can come in the form of a spirit guide. You know what I mean? We have lots of soulmates in our lifetimes. So this could be a soulmate coming in, a spirit guide coming in, bringing you some sort of offer. Or you could just be receiving a lot of gifts in this time of your life. You know what I mean? Whether that's by one person or by multiple people. It's like people want to give to you. As soon as you get in this flow state, right? Because that's the divine feminine right there. As soon as you get in that flow state, people want to give to you. They want to give to you. You don't have to work so much. We got the 9 of Wands in reverse on this side and the 3 of Wands in the upright on this side. For some of you guys, I feel like you guys could be coming into a divine counterpart. If you see this little yin and yang right here, and this could be like literally the complete opposite of you, but you complement each other so well. You balance each other out so well. Very beautiful. And I feel like it's been a long time coming, okay? It's been a long time coming. Yeah, the song by Mo3. So we got the Star card. Okay. Look, this little apparition of a person, like you see how that looks almost like a spirit? For some of you guys, this is like a spirit guide. Or this is a very spiritual connection, right? Maybe you guys meet on the astral plane, or your souls just really like, as soon as you meet this person, you guys click, you guys remember each other. There's like this major healing that is trying to come in though with this connection, whether this is a spiritual connection or a physical connection, right? Or both. So we also got Temperance that came out in reverse, which is telling me that there is some healing that needs to be done. Some parts of your shadow that need to be alchemized. Yeah, that makes sense. Why we were talking about the trust issues and stuff, right? Some of you guys, and we also got, I don't know what this little white bird is on the back, but there's a lion and a little white bird right there. White stands for like purity. Some of you guys need to purify some of your, I heard the word intentions, but I don't know if that's for everybody. Some of you guys could be having a little bit of like a struggle with your ego right now. Maybe that's where the purify your intentions is coming from. Make sure it's from a heart-centered space and not from like an egoic desire. There's another word I was going to say though. Damn. Regardless, there's something that needs to be purified inside of you, something that needs to be alchemized and brought into balance. And I do feel like this person is going to trigger this within you, or these people. It could be multiple people, you know what I mean? It definitely could be multiple people. They could trigger a real deep amount of healing and shadow work. that is needing to be done, okay? This is like the general overview part we're still in. I just wanted to mention that as well. But I feel like this is going to create a lot of expansion, a lot of growth. Something that you've been waiting for a really long time is coming to you. If you look at look, what was I talking about? It's like lush, like when I was talking about the current, like bringing them to these trees and this, yeah. Look at all the trees in the background right here. But then if you look at this side of the card, it's like a dry spell. It looks like the fucking desert or something. It's like something that has felt like it's just been dried up for so long. There's been no type of action happening. It's just real stagnant. It's starting to blossom and grow and flourish into something very beautiful. There's a lot of growth that is happening in the next 30 days. It's gonna be undeniable, okay? It's gonna be undeniable. Okay, look. Yeah. So we got justice right here, okay? Came out like this. There's some sort of karmic balance and justice that is coming in that I don't think you guys even see. Some of you guys could have a karmic cycle to close out with this person. It does not mean that they are karmic, because I don't see that, but there's like a karmic cycle that needs to be closed out for you guys to be able to move forward and to work together in harmony, right? Whether you've known this person for a while now or this is a new person. For most of you, I'm picking up this as a new person, but if this is somebody that you've been with for a while, there's a karmic cycle that has been lingering that I feel like you feel, but you don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Like if there's like this weird like tension between you and this person every once in a while, or like this conflict that keeps coming up, but you don't know why or where it's coming from. It's this karma that's still lingering between the two of you, and it is now coming into balance. So yeah, and I feel like it has a lot to do with like limiting beliefs, self-sabotage, feeling like you always got to be right, or this person always feeling like they got to be right. It's like a compromise that's happening. It's kind of what I'm feeling. It's a fucking end to this fight that has been going on between you and this person. And it doesn't even have to be like you guys are like verbally or physically fighting. Like it's like a spiritual warfare in a sense. I see like somebody's higher self and their ego kind of clashing instead of working together, you know what I mean? So it's like that is being put to an end, and it's painful, you know. There's going to be some grieving, mourning, and it's going to take a little bit of time to heal after this, but it's going to be it's going to allow you guys to work together as partners. I don't know how to say it. It's going to allow you guys to really work together. It almost low-key looks like on this side of the card that somebody, this is how I'm perceiving it, right? And if you look at the thing back here, it looks like an eclipse, don't it? Yeah, eclipses are really good for like really powerful endings and things like that. That's a very powerful energy right there. So it almost looks like somebody took their battle shit off, right? Their, what is that called? What is that called? Y'all know what it is, and I can't think of the word right now because sometimes when I'm channeling that happens. They took their armor off and they put all their swords down, stabbed them right into the armor. I'm done with this. I'm not going to be fighting anymore. I'm not going to be so guarded anymore. I just want to be free. I don't want to be weighed down by this armor and all these fucking swords. I just want to be free. They're almost looking at it like there could be some mixed feelings when you take a look at this, like, because it's been a part of your life for so long, right? Like if you've been in survival mode for so long, you're going to look at this and you're going to be like, it was a good run, but fuck you. Like that's kind of the vibe. Like, thank you for everything you've taught me, but fuck you. Like you've put me through a lot of shit. But yeah, the next 30 days is a very powerful time for you guys, is really what I'm picking up. Okay, so this concludes the general overview part. Now we are going to take a look at spiritual and personal growth. Spiritual and or personal growth, I should say. So let's see here. Pile 1. Spiritual and personal growth, please and thank you for pile 1. Yeah, for a lot of you guys, there's this feeling of like, it's not like resentment, because it's coming from a more healed space than like resentment. You know what I mean? Like when you resent somebody, it means you're harboring a bunch of negative feelings about it. It's like you're letting it go, but it is like a fuck you in a sense. Like, I just heard this song by Auburn. I'm so over you, it's crazy. Wow, we got the High Priestess. Harness mystical power. Did come out in reverse. So I feel like for a lot of you guys in your personal and spiritual growth, you guys are going to, and then we got Shield Made and Make Plans and Focus. You guys are going to be really tapping into the divine feminine, because the High Priestess is more of like the divine feminine aspect of the intuition and things like that, right? Because we also got the High Priest that's also in this deck. And he's more of like the masculine energy behind intuition, which would be like instinct and things like that. That's how I perceive it anyways. You guys can have a different point of view. But anyways, it does really feel like you guys are learning to tap more into your intuition. Some of you guys could be connecting with your Egyptian roots as well, as something that I'm picking up. Or receiving a lot of downloads from ancient Egypt, ancient civilizations, things like that, that is going to help you with your journey ultimately. With the black cat, this is making me think of like protection again. Some of you guys are really learning how to stand in your power spiritually and personally, like especially when it comes to, I was going to say demanding respect, but it doesn't feel like you necessarily have to demand it. I feel like if people don't respect you, this is you learning how to just walk away from the situation, because it doesn't benefit you anyways. If somebody don't respect you, that's their own fucking problem. Don't disrespect me, like, to my face and try to put me down and shit. Like, obviously stand your ground. But I feel like this is like a message of don't entertain that energy more than you have to, because it's really not going to go anywhere. These people are fucking ignorant, okay? Spiritually, you guys are very advanced and protected. Some of you guys could be, like I said, receiving a lot of downloads and activations right now. Maybe you feel tired. I'm picking up a little bit of fear with this pile as well. Some of you guys could be a little bit afraid to explore your spiritual abilities. You know you have them, but it's like maybe people around you have fear-mongered you, and now you're like, I don't know, like I was always taught this was bad, like, or that I'm crazy if I do this, you know. Like I said, really listen to your own intuition, listen to where your heart is leading you to go. If it feels right, do it. You know, you're not hurting anybody, you're exploring yourself, and you're allowed to do that. I do want to get a tarot card. Personal and spiritual growth for pile 1, please and thank you. Look, literally the Magician. Y'all, you have way more willpower, way more control over your life than you're giving yourself credit for. And I only say that because this seems, the High Priestess is in reverse. Some of you guys could tend to question your own intuition sometimes. And we got the fucking Empress on the back. And we also got the, this is the Queen of Swords in the front, which can talk about high levels of consciousness and awareness, seeing very clearly, standing your ground. The Queen of Swords don't play no shit. She don't fuck around, okay? Like, If you come at her with the bullshit, she will let you know. Bitch, you come too close, you gonna get cut. Okay? Hopefully not literally. Hopefully you don't literally gotta cut somebody. But she knows her words. She knows who the fuck she is. And so this next 30 days, you're really gonna be stepping into your power. Some of you guys are gonna also be manifesting something. With this High Priestess in reverse, this is kind of making me feel like this is something that maybe you don't even see coming. Like maybe you gave up on this manifestation, you let it go. And this is how manifestation works too. You let it go and then it comes in. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Like some of you guys could be a little taken back by it because you're like, I didn't think this was coming. And here it is right in front of your face. What are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? Are you going to take advantage of this opportunity? You're going to continue to pursue it, to explore it? Or you're going to send it back to the universe? Like, I don't want this. I don't want this anymore. I thought you were going to give it to me earlier and you didn't, so I don't want it. Like, you know what I mean? Don't be stubborn. Really allow yourself to receive. Spirit is bringing you something. And it could be in the form of multiple people as well, like the ways that you receive certain things. I don't think it's going to be in a way that you thought you were going to receive this, whatever this is, this manifestation. It's going to be different for everybody. This is a general reading. So whatever you've been trying to manifest that you have let go of, you just kind of, I'm throwing in the towel. If it comes, it comes. If not, oh well, I'll be okay regardless. Yeah, Spirit's like, oh, it's been coming. You're meant to have faith. I feel like this next 30 days, your faith and your trust and your connection with yourself, with the universe, with God, Source, Spirit, the Creator, is really going to be intensified. You're going to feel this very strong connection. You're going to feel like they're really looking out for you. You know what I mean? Because they are. They really are. And they hear you. Even when we think they don't hear us, they hear us, okay? Like, we be so quick to just give up sometimes, to just throw in the towel, to, you know, when it doesn't happen right then. When in reality, we're just being asked to have a little bit of patience and to have a little bit of faith in our ability to manifest something like that or to call something like that into our life. This is about knowing that we're deserving of this, right? Because you are. You are the star, okay? You are the magician. Know your worth, know your power. You're the empress. Whether you're a male, female, non-binary, okay? We're not reading gender, we're reading energy. We all got divine masculine, divine feminine energy. We also got toxic masculinity and toxic femininity. We have dark masculine and dark femininity. They're all a little bit different. You know what I mean? Like, but we all have all of these things within us. We are duality wrapped in one, okay? Perfectly balanced in our own imperfected ways. So let's see. Studies and finances, please. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I can get down with that. So we got harvest on the bottom with 44. It says gathering of blessings. And I will say this was in reverse. So this is kind of making me feel like, again, this is something that you don't see coming. I think there's a mindset that you guys are working through as well, because we got loss and lack with fear and victimization. What did I say? I said I was picking up a little bit of fear with this pile, right? But it is in reverse. So this is telling me that you guys have been doing a lot of work and releasing this mindset. There's some things that still need to be worked through and let go of before this fully comes into play, right? But I think you guys are going to get a taste of this, whatever this is coming in. It could, whatever you're manifesting could have a lot to do with your finances or your studies. And that's why this is coming out right here. I honestly don't know what it is. I cannot pinpoint just one thing right now. I really can't. We got sacred purpose with eternal flame and ancestral legacy with card 43, which reduces down to a 7. So I feel like you guys are a very spiritual individual. Even if you don't necessarily identify with spirituality, maybe you identify with religion, regardless, you are very advanced in these areas, religiously, spiritually. You have a very deep understanding and connection to these things. Philosophical teachings, esoterics, metaphysical things like that. Maybe you've always felt this very strong connection, but it's like this next 30 days, you're having something illuminated to you about your purpose and how sacred your purpose is and how sacred the knowledge that you hold within is, and how you are meant to share this with others to spread your light in a very beautiful way. We got eternal flame here, which tells me that your flame can never be extinguished. No matter anything that you went through, all the shit you went through, it has just made you grow and glow so much stronger. It's made that fire burn so much brighter, okay? And I feel like it's really about you trusting your path, trusting your power, trusting the universe, God, source, spirit, the creator, whatever you would like to call it. But yeah, I see you guys really having a major breakthrough is what this feels like to me. And I just realized these two are mirroring numbers. We got 43 and we got 34. Ooh, okay. So 3 and 4 is also the Empress and the Emperor. This is you guys taking control and knowing your worth. And because you are finding this balance, it's allowing this beautiful energy to come in effortlessly. There's something else here. I'm going to pull a tarot card. Wow, you guys are on the brink of something great, something very beautiful. This is giving me yin and yang vibes again. So, I don't know. That message keeps coming up. For some of you guys could really be coming into a counterpart that is helping you with your studies or your finances, or because you meet this person, this is increasing these things. You know, when you get around certain people, like your money just starts to improve, your mindset starts to improve. That's the vibe. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. Your focus starts to improve. So let's see. We got the Hangman in reverse. Again, there's a need to surrender and shift your perspective. Or maybe that's what you're in the process of doing right now, right? Is learning how to surrender and learning how to shift your perspective. Something is going to take you by surprise. I think you're going to see something that you've invested a lot of time, energy, work into really pay off. But you're not going to see it to the extent that it's going to. It's like you're getting a taste. I just keep hearing that. You can get a taste. You can get a taste. I think that's Tyga. I don't know. But yeah, it's like you guys are getting a taste of something. And it's getting all revved up. It's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. I don't know. I like the vibes here, though, for your career and studies, or finances and studies, sorry. Continue to focus on surrendering and shifting your perspective, seeking enlightenment, seeking, some of you guys are also could be going through a spiritual awakening right now as well, right? An ego death or something. But yeah, continue to seek is kind of the vibe that I'm picking up. There's going to be something. And if we reduce both of these cards down, right, they're both 7, so it'd be 77. 7s could be a significant number for you guys. 12 is linked to the Hangman, which we could also reduce down to 3, right, which would be the Empress again. Yeah, you guys are very abundant in your nature. You guys are meant to live a very lavish and luxury type of lifestyle. So don't limit yourself or put yourself in a box, because there's more to come than what meets the eye. So let's take a look at your connections. Connections for pile 1. What is their connections looking like in the next 30 days? So we got ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. We got the snake with competition, enemy, clever, malicious, looking over your shoulder, the other woman. And we also got axe with breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. So, and we also got seduction on the bottom with attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. So for some of you guys could have went through a breakup that could have triggered this awakening, right? This could have been a toxic or karmic person. Or there could have been a cycle going on with a toxic or karmic person in one of your guys' lives, like whether that was you or them, whoever could have been entertaining like a third party situation. And it doesn't always have to be romantically that somebody is entertaining a third party. This could be family, this could be friends. This could even be like drugs or substances or something. Somebody allowed some sort of temptation into their life, or somebody to put something in their ear, which could have caused you guys to break up, right? It's kind of the vibe that I'm picking up. We had ascending in reverse. All of these cards actually came out in reverse. Which is kind of making me, and the axe is facing the snake away from the ascending card, and it's facing towards the snake, which is telling me that this is the thing that you are meant to cut off. This is the pattern that you're meant to stop, right? It literally says competition, enemy, clever, malicious, looking over your shoulder, the other woman. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. Some of you guys could have walked away from somebody and it was really painful, right? And maybe you're having a hard time trusting that you made the right decision. And I feel like Spirit is telling you that you did make the right decision, but you have to stand your ground right now. It's kind of the vibe that I'm picking up. Interesting. It's like once you put an end to this pattern, or some of you guys, this could be even like because of trauma, past trauma, right? So some of you guys could be stuck in a cycle, or thinking that you're stuck in a cycle of this is going to continue to repeat itself. And it's because this is something that you're meant to let go of. Look, literally, we got the motherfucking wheel, okay? The wheel, which can literally talk about cycles. This can talk about destiny. This can talk about divine timing. There's a cycle in your connections that you are freeing yourself from. We literally got the 8 of Swords on one side, and we got the 5 of Cups in reverse on the other side. So yeah, there was some sort of disappointment that could have, or like some major pain that had happened that you guys are still feeling tied to or bound to, mentally especially. This could have really triggered some trauma. This could have created trauma, really caused you to have a lot of trust issues. And Spirit's like, you have outgrown this, okay? You've done so much work on yourself that this cycle will not repeat itself because you are aware now. You know the signs, you know the symptoms. As long as you don't overlook it, you know what I mean? You're going to be okay. I feel like this is Spirit telling you to really like close this cycle out and to take back your power and to do something different than what you've done in the past. You know what I mean? I feel like the more that you embody this energy of I'm worthy of love, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, whatever, the more attractive you become. Not even just to other people, but to yourself. Like the more you'll find how attractive you are within, and it's going to shine out, right? I feel like, yeah, some of you guys' connections could trigger. They could trigger, and it's not because they're doing anything, but it's because of past pain. And I'm currently going through the same thing, you guys. So I 100% feel for you guys, and I'm sending you guys lots of love because I know it can be a really tricky and difficult situation to deal with, especially when the person isn't doing anything to you. They're just there, and because you've been hurt so much in the past, it just makes it so hard to just let it go. But Spirit says it's time to stop the cycle. Your fate has changed. Like, you are on a different path. You guys are in a different frequency. You guys are able to attract other things into your life. You guys can attract true love if that is what you're looking for, right? Commitment if that's what you're looking for. But you got to know this about yourself. You got to see it for yourself. So, yeah. Last but not least, we're going to pull a final message just to see if there's anything else that Spirit wants you to know about the next 30 days. And then I'm going to let you guys go. Final message for pile 1 for the next 30 days. Page of Pentacles, or Knight of Pentacles, sorry. In reverse, we got the Five of Swords, we got the Strength card. We got the Ten of Wands. With the Eight of Cups on the bottom, yep. And the King of Pentacles, yeah, okay. Okay, so let me get these cards situated real quick. Spirit really wants you to know that you do not have to rush yourself during this process, of letting go of these things. They are not rushing you. You are not being rushed. You are not being forced to just, snap out of that mindset, because they know how difficult it is, especially when you went through really traumatic experiences, to work through these things. They want you to be patient with yourself, right? With this Temperance card being in reverse here, this can also talk about patience while you're healing and alchemizing things. So we got the Strength card here upright with the King of Pentacles, which tells me you are you are a very stable, grounded, and strong person. You have a lot of courage. You're not afraid to face your demons. Spirit says to be patient with yourself, okay? Continue to ground your energy. Continue to come up with a new plan of how you can move forward into this beautiful new energy that is awaiting you and that is coming in this next 30 days, okay? Do not let this Five of Swords energy, these negative thoughts, intrusive thoughts, people that want to argue and fight, this toxic energy, don't allow that to consume you, because at the end of the day, you guys have done so much work, and you guys have the ability to walk away from these things. You don't have to entertain it. And it's like, once you do that, you close that cycle out. You tell the universe, I'm not entertaining this, and they stop bringing it to you. There's something inside of you that still feels like they're aligned with that energy. You know what I mean? So you got to be really clear right now with what it is that you're going to deal with and what you're going to walk away from. And it might be a long journey, right? It might have some obstacles and challenges, because it's never easy doing things that you know are good for you, but it is going to be really beneficial, and the payoff is going to be better than you could have ever expected. We got the King of Pentacles here, literally. So this talks about stability. This talks about prosperity, abundance. Some of you guys are really going to be coming into your own. You could be like your own boss, an entrepreneur. Your business could really be picking up. You could be really respected in your line of work, or if you don't necessarily work, in your studies or something like that. People are going to be looking up to you, right? So stand in that type of energy. You don't have to entertain or lower your vibration to go against anybody, because it's really just going against yourself, this new version of yourself, right? Allow yourself to be this new version of yourself. It's foreign to you because it's new, but this is who you are, okay? And with this Ten of Wands being next to this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, there could be a little bit of resistance about letting go of some of these things, especially if it's like a connection or a house or something, right? That you feel like there's just like negative ties to, or it's like holding you back, you know. There could be a little bit of resistance, but that's why you're being called to have patience, you know, because you will feel ready when the time is right. Divine timing is at play here. Trust the timing, trust the process, trust yourself, trust the universe, because every single one of you guys have your back, okay? Time has your back. The universe has your back. You have your back, right? Trust it. Trust that. Stand in your power and be the courageous, successful motherfucker that you meant to be, okay? So this is what I have for you guys, pile one. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, feel free to give this a like, comment, subscribe. Hit the little bell button so you don't miss when I upload, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Take care of yourself. Hello, pile two. If you chose these two cards, this is going to be your reading. So let's take a look at the cards, and I'm going to tell you what I was also picking up when I was meditating on the energy. So I was feeling like, especially with this being yellow and orange, there's something about the solar plexus and the sacral chakra that is being highlighted here. Feels like an imbalance in the solar plexus. So if you've been having indigestion problems, if you've been having anxiety, if you've been having any like pain, stomach ulcers, anything like that, this could be a major sign that your solar plexus is out of place, or out of balance, out of place, out of balance. So there could be a little work that needs to be done between balancing these two energies out. Something else I was picking up was the Fool card. So I feel like there's a new beginning that is coming in for you guys that is going to call for you to take this leap of faith. And this could be something that's causing a lot of anxiety, right? And I feel like if this is your case, right, because this is a general reading, so put it where it fits. If this is your case, I do feel like this anxiety that you're feeling is not because you're afraid to take this leap of faith. I feel like this is something that you know is going to bring you great happiness, but it's because you want to please the people around you. You don't want to make anybody upset. You don't want to burden anybody. And I think you're taking on other people's, how other people are going to feel, think, or act about what you're doing. And you're personalizing it. And in doing that, it's causing a lot of anxiety, right? But I feel like you know this is going to bring you a lot of happiness and freedom. It's going to spark that creative energy within you. You're going to feel revitalized by this. But this anxiety could be something that's kind of keeping you from wanting to fully embrace this new beginning. That is something that I was picking up. So let's see. What can you expect in this next 30 days? What is this next 30 days going to bring in for you? I feel like a lot of happiness, and that could also be something that causes a lot of anxiety, especially if you're not used to feeling this much happiness. You could almost be one of those people that are like, all right, where's the downside to this? When is the other shoe gonna drop? When is this person gonna fuck me over? When is this job gonna fall through? It could be something like that as well. Like maybe sometimes when things feel like they're going really good, your mindset goes into sabotage mode, right? And it could have a lot to do with feeling like you're worthy or deserving. And that goes back to the solar plexus chakra as well. Knowing your power, knowing your worth, knowing who you are is going to be big for you guys in sustaining and maintaining a happy medium, you know, because you guys could also be a very extreme person. You're either like super good or you're super bad. There's like no in between. And I 100% feel for you guys because I am right in there too. I have a hard time staying in the middle of the two as well. But you know what they say, the lower the low, the higher the high is going to be. So, and the higher the high, the lower the low. That's why it's good to walk that middle ground, you know what I mean? And it takes practice to do that. It takes effort, determination, dedication. So definitely give yourself a little bit of patience, a little bit of time, a little bit of grace. You know, you're making some big changes and some big shifts, even if you're not necessarily like, I don't know, like there's a lot of things that could be looked at as like a big change, right? You could be moving, you could be getting in a new relationship, you could be buying a new car, getting a pet. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of things, and it's also based on your perception, what is big to you. But regardless, it feels like there are some shifts that are happening and they feel really big, and it's giving you the chance to rebuild. Okay, so, and I just heard, don't be afraid to start over. So starting over is not necessarily bad. It's just daunting because it's like, oh my gosh, you know? And I just seen 5 on the clock. So yeah, change. Change is happening. And so is evolution and growth. These are all beautiful things. You're about to create something very beautiful in this next phase of your life. So, tarot, that's what it is. Right now we're doing the general overview of the next 30 days, and then we're going to dive into your spiritual and personal growth or development. We're going to look at your finances and studies. We are also going to look at your connections. So stick around, baby. And we will pull a final message or advice from Spirit for you guys as well. So what is going on for pile 2 in the next 30 days? 6 of Cups. This came out for pile 1 too. So there could be a lot of really deep soul connections coming in this next 30 days, right? People that you connect with very deeply, that you vibe with, that you know are your soul tribe, soulmates. This could be a lifetime partner. This could be family coming around, uniting. Family could also be something that is causing you some anxiety. Like I was saying before, like maybe that's why you're afraid to take this leap of faith, is because you're afraid to upset somebody. Could be family, right? Or maybe if you're in a relationship or something, maybe you're afraid your partner is not going to take what you're about to do very well. We also got the 10 of Cups in reverse. We got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and we got the King of Swords in reverse. We got the 5 of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom, and we got the Devil in reverse on the bottom. Okay, this is the vice versa deck, so it's got 2 sides to every card. So we're reading both sides. All right. Anyways, so this to me seems like you guys are breaking free from a lot of restrictions, a lot of fears, insecurities, doubts, codependencies, mindsets, right? Programmings. You guys are doing a lot of work. You might feel a little stuck in your journey right now, but I do feel like you're about to have a major breakthrough. So one day I was sitting outside. This just feels very relevant, so I'm just going to say it. So one day I was sitting outside. It was actually nighttime. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I was sitting out by the lake, and I was looking up at the sky, and there was clouds up in the sky that were kind of like keeping me from being able to see all the stars above me. And when they started to move, I could see like the Big Dipper again. And I don't know, this message of just like, if you be patient and sit long enough, things will become clear. You will be able to see your direction that you're meant to go in, or the next move that you're meant to make. So if things feel very unclear right now, Spirit is asking for you to take a moment. Okay, you don't have to act. You don't have to do, especially if it's not something that you feel like you want to do, right? If you're doing it because somebody else wants you to do it, or you're doing it because you feel like this is what you're supposed to do, you're going to be met with resistance every time, right? If you do it from a more pure, intended place, because this is something that you want to do, something that you enjoy, something that you know is going to bring you happiness, then it's going to be a lot more free flowing. And I also feel like Spirit is telling you, like, don't be afraid to let go of connections, because they will be, I don't want to say replaced, because I don't really like that word. There will be something else to come and take its place, though, in a sense. It will be replaced with something that is more aligned with you, and something that is going to be a lot more supportive. There's this feeling of wanting community, wanting collaboration, wanting support, but not really knowing how to ask for it or receive it. So some of you guys could be being called to get more in a receptive energy right now as well. I think that was a message in pile 1 as well. Some similarities, very different energies though. So if you felt drawn between pile 1 and pile 2, there could be messages for you in there. So I definitely would recommend to go check it out, see what resonates with you. But there's this feeling of not feeling happy where you're at anymore, feeling more stuck or stagnant, feeling like you've hit like a stalemate in your journey, and your soul is calling you somewhere else, and you're having a hard time letting something go. And I feel like it's got a lot to do with your past life, you know what I mean? Not necessarily like your past life, like the life you lived before, but the past version of the life that you were living in this incarnation that you're in right now, right? It could be something from a past life as well, right? That you're still holding on to or having a hard time letting go of. But yeah, this feels like you're just not happy where you're at anymore. There's not a lot of growth. There's not a lot of mental stimulation. You guys are somebody who likes to be intellectually stimulated. You like to grow. You like to learn. You like to utilize your mind. And when you're not, your mind runs rampant, right? Anxiety. So maybe right now you're being called to, I don't know, maybe do more word searches or puzzles or read more books or something, like to stimulate your mind in a healthy way, so it's not just going crazy, doing some worst case scenario bullshit, you know what I mean? We all have that in our life. We all do that. It kind of feels like your mind is wanting to be a little bit more stimulated, and there's not a lot of stimulation that's happening. Or maybe you're being called to do something creative, right? Something creative that involves the mind and your talents and your gifts. Even if you look at yourself as somebody who's not very talented or gifted, I do see you being very talented or gifted. So, some of you guys could be a little hard on yourself. I'm picking up a little bit of a perfectionist energy. Like, for instance, if you are really good at art, but there's somebody that does it better, right? You're like, I'm not talented. Even if you are, like, you are very talented, right? That's the vibe that I'm kind of picking up as well. So kind of be aware of that energy coming up in the next 30 days as well. It is something that is being brought to your attention, so that way you can release it and move forward, okay? So yes, I do see you yearning for community, yearning for collaboration, but kind of being closed off to it, and Spirit is trying to open you back up. There's something that is needing to be let go of, and I think right now you're just being called to sit still for a moment and allow it to become clear. Because the King of Swords is in reverse, and the Two of Swords is upright. And these two cards, like this card being in reverse right here, can talk about a lot of confusion, indecisiveness. This can talk about a lot of things. You could be lashing out. You could feel very impulsive, maybe having negative thoughts, maybe speaking negatively, right? So, and then with the Two of Swords here, this can also talk about indecisiveness, confusion, a lack of clarity, right? So, yeah, kind of take a moment, maybe meditate a little bit, drink some more water, ground your energy. Grounding is great if you are ever feeling anxious. Like, I 100% recommend, like, getting out into nature. When I used to go to therapy, because my anxiety was so fucking bad at one point, like, I could not function as a human. And she would tell me, like, when I start to feel these anxiety or panic attacks come on, to, like, go for a walk and just try to be present in nature and, like, look at the trees and the birds and the bees, you know what I mean? And, when we're in those modes, like, it's real easy to just want to just sit in it and not do anything about it and just be paralyzed by it. But if you can get yourself out to go do something like that and find a way to be more present, it does help move those feelings along a little bit easier, other than just, like, hyper focused on how you're feeling like shit. You feel like you're gonna pass out. You feel like everything's going wrong. Worried about the future. You're worried about the past. You're worried about your person. You're worried about yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Nervous Nelly kind of vibes. But yeah, so that concludes the general overview part of the reading. So let's take a look at your spiritual and personal growth. For pile 2, what is going on in the next 30 days with their personal and spiritual growth? Please and thank you, Spirit. For pile 2. Star ancestors, follow the voice of your soul. Yes, listen. What was I saying? Like, your soul is calling you to do something more. Right now, you're not being called to listen to those around you. Maybe don't even share the things that you're thinking about doing with them until, it's time to just do it, or just show them. You don't owe everybody a fucking explanation. You don't owe that to nobody. You owe it to yourself to do what you feel is right and to take that leap of faith, right? And I just seen 1616, which is the Tower card in tarot, okay? Let the tower fall. That foundation that you're trying to hold so tightly onto, let it go. Have the willpower to move forward and continue even when it feels like everything is falling apart. Have the faith. Hold the faith. There's T.D. Jakes, I think is what his name is. What is it? There's a video, but he talks about having the faith. You gotta have faith, okay? You could literally probably look up T.D. Jakes and have the faith, and it would probably pop up. I can't remember what it's called exactly. I haven't listened to it in a while, but I just keep hearing, like, little pieces of it. So, yeah. And we also got Warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. I'm telling you, baby, you don't owe nobody shit, okay? You owe it to yourself. And it's funny that I was literally talking about the stars, right? Maybe connecting with the nighttime, the stars, the moon, doing some star bathing will help connect you to your inner compass, or bring clarity to you, right? So right now you're being called to do something that is for you. There could be a lot of anxiety around it because maybe you're not used to doing stuff for yourself. You're so used to, following what your family wants you, the social norms, society. Maybe if you felt miserable, it's because you're not meant for that lifestyle. You're meant for something more. And you're having this increase in your intuition and in your soul. Not even in your soul, but your soul is only becoming louder at this point. You know what I mean? You've been ignoring it for so long. I'm picking up judgment energy. There is this major ascension and growth, evolution that is waiting for you, that you know is waiting for you, and you're choosing to stay where you're at because it's safe or it seems stable. But nothing in life is really stable. Everything is constantly changing. So at any time, your situation could change and you could be, blindsided by anything, by anyone. I'm not saying that to scare anyone. I'm saying that because I'm saying if that happens, at least you followed your soul and it led you somewhere else. And if it falls through, it's because there's something else that's coming in for you, baby. Don't settle. So let's see. Personal and spiritual growth. You guys are a warrior. You guys are meant to, look, 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Anyways, you guys are a warrior. You guys are meant to be able to withstand the challenges, the obstacles, anything that comes your way. You guys are meant to withstand this. You guys are meant to overcome this. I'm not going to say you're not supposed to allow this to get you down, because life happens. We're human at the end of the day too. But your soul is so much stronger, so much more powerful than what you're giving it credit for. And if you sit down and you think about all the shit that you've went through in the past, everything that you've already overcame, you can't tell me that there's nothing in this world that like life, the universe, God could throw at you that you would not be able to overcome as well. You've done it before, you can do it again. The reason why we're even afraid is because we've probably went through something in the past and we're afraid that the cycle is going to repeat itself. But I'm here to tell you, like, you've grown past that. Oh my God, look, we got the fucking Queen of Pentacles, Empress. You are one powerful individual, very graceful, very beautiful, whether you're a male, female, non-binary. We do not read genders over here. We read energy. Your energy is beautiful, okay? It's very abundant, and you're meant to live a very beautiful life, very lavish. And I think the reason why you feel stuck is because you've outgrown this chapter. So at this point, you're just continuing to go back to the beginning of this chapter and trying to see if there's anything you missed. And you didn't miss anything. You're meant to explore more. You're meant to write a new chapter, okay? So go explore, baby. Go explore. So we got the 6 of Pentacles, which is telling me that you guys are about to receive. And the 6 of Cups right here can talk about receiving too, right? Receiving gifts, receiving people wanting to open up to you more, people wanting to connect with you more, right? And this is receiving some sort of, I'm feeling financial help. And I think it's because you're following your soul's purpose, because you're allowing yourself to expand spiritually. Your finances are going to improve. We did see the 5 of Pentacles at one point on the bottom too. Some of you guys could be, we haven't even hit the finances and studies yet, but I feel like this ties into this. Some of you guys could want to start like a spiritual based business or something that's more unconventional, where you can express yourself, express your soul, your knowledge, your wisdom, right? You want to give to people, and in doing that, the universe is going to give back to you through people. You know what I mean? Another message here. I'm just trying to think of what it is. Sorry, guys. Something significant about the nighttime. Some of you guys could be night owls, or maybe you're having a hard time sleeping. And I feel like it's because there's some sort of download or something that is trying to come to you. There's a message here, because this guy looks like he's looking over the whole city. And I don't know what... I'm going to pull one more card, guys, for their personal and spiritual growth. Wow, Ace of fucking Wands. Okay, yeah, you guys are having some sort of... like a red bird in there. Spark that's being lit up inside of you. The divine is giving you something, and I feel like it's got a lot to do with drive, enthusiasm, some sort of creative energy that you're being called to utilize. Excuse me, guys. Ra is somebody that's coming up right now. Ra, the sun god. Interesting. Yeah, which is funny because, you know, the sun is the opposite of nighttime, right? The moon comes out during the night. So, I don't know. That balance thing goes again. There's a need to find some sort of balance, some sort of happy medium. But yeah, being outside, I feel like is just going to be beneficial for you guys. You guys could be also being sent like a muse. Like maybe somebody is going to spark this creative energy inside of you. They're going to be like your muse, right? Whenever you talk to them or you see them, you just get this innate, what is the word I was going to say? I don't know. I was going to say innate ability to want to create, but that just sounds weird when I say it like that. You guys get this feeling that wants to go and create something afterwards. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm thirsty as hell. But yeah, you guys are... I just heard a stroke of genius. You guys are going to make something that just seems like a stroke of genius. Like, I don't know. You guys are being given some hot new energy, okay? Maybe you're going to be feeling real hot, okay? You're going to be feeling good, confident, abundant, as you should. That's your nature. That's who you are at your core. But it kind of does feel like your soul is being reignited. Your connection with spirit and your higher self, God, the universe, is being highlighted right now. It's being heightened. So let's move into your finances and studies for the next 30 days for pile 2. Wow, we got touching earth and planting something new. And we also got guide, the illuminated path. Yeah, I don't know. For some of you guys, it doesn't have to be for everybody, but for some of you guys are definitely being called to do something within the spiritual community, whether that's healing. Maybe you want to do like binaural beats or trying to think of other things. I don't know. It could even be something as simple as like taking care of the earth, right? That is spiritual to me. Like you understand, you have this deep understanding of the importance of caring for Mother Gaia. Like that's spiritual to me. I don't know. Maybe not to everybody, but you guys are being called to do something new, plant something new. Utilize your gifts and your abilities. Some of you guys are wanting to maybe travel down a new path. In school, maybe that's something that's causing a lot of anxiety because maybe your family really wants you to do something like maybe they want you to be a doctor or they want you to be some sort of I don't even know if this is a thing. I just heard neurotechnician. Is that a thing, y'all? Because I don't know. But I just heard neurotechnician. I'm hearing engineer. Yeah, I don't know. It could be really anything. Maybe your family wants you to do something though, and you want to go create. You want to be an artist. You want to be a musician. You want to be a poet. You want to create a program. I don't know. It could be anything. You guys are wanting to do something where you can really show off or showcase your talents, your gifts, and your abilities. And I feel like doing that is going to be a lot more abundant. Hold on, you guys. Apologies, pile 2. My dad had called me on FaceTime trying to show me my little baby brother. Yes, my dad is still having babies. He's so cute. Anyways, yeah, and then with this being card 12, right? This is linked to the Hangman. So there is a need to kind of just like surrender and go with the flow and allow spirit to really work their magic as well. You know what I mean? This is calling for you to have faith. And I just keep feeling that, like, you guys need to have more faith, not even just in the universe, God, source, spirit, but also within yourself. Have faith in yourself to be able to, like, actually do this. Like, you have everything you need within. You're a very powerful soul, right? We have the warrior spirit, or not warrior spirit, but we got the warrior. Oh my gosh, and right underneath this, we got stag with trust and thrive. Oh my God. And then we got trust your talents in changing times. What have I been telling you guys? And then we also got the sun. Enjoy success and happiness. And then underneath that, we got lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. I'm sorry, I can keep going. I'm not even going to lift up that card because otherwise I'm going to be like, and then it says, and then it says. But yeah, it just all correlates together, like trust and thrive. Trust in yourself and thrive, baby. You're meant for so much more. You're going to do so much more in this life. Don't hold yourself back or put yourself in a box. Wow. The Hanged Man, literally. I can't, y'all. I can't make it up. This is really calling for you to have faith, okay? That's all I can keep saying, is to have faith in yourself. It kind of feels like you guys keep trying to move forward, but then you guys revert back because you're like, oh no, I'm going to get some backlash on this, and I don't know if I'm ready for it, but you're ready for it. And it sucks when it first happens, right? But eventually, like, the more it happens, the more you get used to it, okay? So, and when I say that, I mean, like, say, for instance, you apply for a job, you get rejected. It sucks. But the more you apply for jobs, even if you get rejected, the more okay you become with it because it's not you. It doesn't have anything to do with you. There's something better that you're not seeing that spirit is trying to bring in for you. But you got to shift your perspective first. You got to shift your perspective. You got to trust, okay? You got to trust yourself more than anything. Oh, I'm so excited for you guys because I feel like you guys are on the brink of a big breakthrough. I'm honestly surprised that the fucking Fool card did not come out. But we do have one last deck of tarot cards that I am going to use to get final message / advice. So, there we go. That was a good shuffle. Can we see what their connections are going to look like in... Oh, I like it. All right, y'all. So we got the Grim Reaper on the bottom. It says the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life, okay? This is giving major rebirth energy. Some of you guys might not like the idea of letting someone go from the past. And didn't that come up at the beginning too when we was looking at the general overview? I was talking about, you know, there could be some connections or things that you're not wanting to let go of. But I feel like at this point, you know, it's done what it was meant to do, which was, you know, live its purpose in your life, teach you something. And now it's time to let it go because look, we got the dragonfly and we got I like you. The dragonfly says, be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. And then we also got I like you with someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, wants to date. Okay? Look, somebody wants to date you. Somebody who I feel like is going to elevate your life. They're not going to take from you. They're not going to make you feel small. They want to elevate you. They want to elevate with you. Oh, we like that. Let's get one tarot card real quick for their, hold on, let me shuffle this. Connections. But yeah, they're like, soon as you let something go, somebody comes in and just elevates your life. They bring that joy, that fulfillment into your life that you haven't felt in a while. I feel like, what the, Okay. We got the Magician on the bottom. So this could be something that you've been trying to manifest. Is this like new beginning, new people, new connections, things like that. We also got the Eight of Cups in reverse on the bottom. Just telling me that this has not been easy for you, especially if you've been trying to walk away from this person because you know that it's lived its purpose in your life and you're just having a hard time. Spirit is acknowledging they know it hasn't been easy, but it's going to be worth it. You know, and sometimes we got to do things that aren't easy to grow and to bring in new energy. So we got the Knight of Cups, we got the Knight of Pentacles, and we got the Five of Swords. There does feel like, how do I say this? So this feels like this could be a couple different people, right? You could have multiple people trying to come in and kind of like win over your attention, because I'm being told to put this Five of Swords in the middle. This feels like people almost like trying to fight for your attention in a sense. Like, I have an offer. Mine's more stable, but mine's more fulfilling. You know what I mean? Like, mine comes with financial abundance and mine comes with emotional fulfillment. And I feel like if you don't settle for either of these, because I'm not going to lie to you guys, we did see you as the Empress, no matter if you're like I said, a female, a male, non-binary, whatever you choose to identify as, we did see you as the Empress. And the Empress wants an emperor, okay? That's the divine counterpart to an Empress. That's somebody who can match their energy in the ways that it needs to be matched. These are princes, you know, knights, whatever. I mean, they're not the most immature card in the deck, but this feels like they still have some growth that needs to happen. But listen, we can still go on dates with these people. We can still get to know them, see if there's anything there, whether it's a lesson. You know, we don't have to completely write them off, and that's not what I'm saying. But I am saying, you know, if you do want something more sustainable, my advice would be to kind of hold out a little bit, you know, keep your options open. Don't settle for either of these connections, because I do feel like there is going to be more that comes your way. That is going to be a perfect match for you. I think this is meant to, like this says, adapt, change, and heal. This is going to help you heal, to move on, to move forward, right? Especially if you did just get out of a relationship recently, and you still feel kind of stuck on this person. It's just here to show you that there is more out here for you. Your love did not stop when you and that person, you know, cut ties or whatever. Your story still goes on, with or without this person, and Spirit is just showing you that there are more options out here. And I feel like this part of your life, this next 30 days, Spirit is really just wanting you to just enjoy yourself. Don't overthink it so much. Just go with the flow, enjoy, go on dates, keep your options open, explore. Even if this isn't like romantic, because I mean, we are just looking at connections, right? You know, be open to new friendships, be open to new business opportunities. You never know who you're going to meet. And if we completely just write somebody off, right? Maybe this person owns their own fucking business and they have like a chain of businesses and they end up wanting to hire you and this is like your dream job. You never know. Maybe you collaborate with this person, or maybe you meet somebody that you end up collaborating with through this person. You never know. So this is kind of like the message I'm picking up here is keep your options open. Don't settle and don't overthink it so much. But it does kind of feel like there's a lot of people coming in to kind of fight for your attention, trying to get your attention. You know, maybe we're going to meet some smooth talkers, some smooth operators, you know what I mean? But yeah, as always, use your discernment when it comes to anything like that, because, you know, just because a motherfucker can talk don't mean they can walk. I'm just saying. So let's get some final advice. We got the Ten of Swords that flipped right the fuck over. And it did flip out in reverse. Oh, there's that damn Five of Swords again. Oh. Let me not run my card over. I did that last time, and one of my cards has a big-ass fucking line over it. Got the Eight of Swords. Yeah. So I see something that tends to get in your guys' way or kind of like hold you back, hold you down is your mind. Limiting beliefs, insecurities, doubts, fears, programmings, things that are not serving you anymore. Is something that tends to keep you guys from being able to move forward is kind of what I'm picking up, because we do got the Ten of Swords here with the Five of Swords. Ten of Swords being in reverse, this tells me that there's something that you're not really wanting to let go of. And it's causing you a lot of pain, a lot of turmoil. It causes a lot of anxiety. I feel like you guys have always battled, like for this pile in particular, it feels like there has been always like some sort of battle with like mental health issues, maybe some disorders, things like that. And that could be something that is coming up in this next 30 days for you to really deal with it. Maybe seek out some support, right? Be open to support. It's really easy to isolate ourselves when we get in those modes, right? But there are people out here that will. I was just watching Lexi, the Leo, and she was talking about in my pile that I was watching, like, there are people out here that do want to hold space for you, that do want to support you, that have the space to do that, right? They're not going to make you feel like you're too much or that you're crazy or anything like that. There are people that genuinely want to help. And I truly believe that. Because there are a lot of people out here like me that are wanting to even just listen, let you unload on them, because we can take it. We don't have to take it on as our own. We can help you transmute that. We can send it to Mother Gaia. We can, I don't have to take that on as my own shit. And then there are people out here, that you try to vent to, maybe, that try to make you feel bad about venting to them. Those are the people that you need to be cautious around when... Hold on, you guys. I am so sorry, Pile 2. This next 30 days could be a lot of interruptions, you know what I mean? Like little things that kind of direct you in a new direction or, whatever. Regardless, it kind of feels like that because I did not have this issue in Pile 1. So, anyways, it looks like your mind is going to be trying to get in the way. There's some things that could be causing you some turmoil, some real pain. Like I said, there could be some mental health issues, disorders, things like that could be coming up, getting triggered. But yeah, you have an option. There's a decision that you guys are going to be making, it seems like, in the next 30 days on whether or not you want to continue down the path that you've been on, or if you want to try something new. The choice is up to you, okay? And we did see, where is it? Things coming to light, right? Finding out. And we got the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is telling me that there's something that is becoming very clear to you. And it seems like whatever it was up here that was causing the confusion, the disruption, the lack of clarity, things like that is becoming very clear to you. You're going to be seeing it for what it really is. There's going to be no question about it, no deception is going to be able to get over on you. It kind of feels like you guys are very aware. In the next 30 days, your awareness is going to be very heightened, okay? And I do see you guys having the courage and the strength to overcome whatever this is, whether this is a challenge, leaving a relationship, some sort of mental health issue or disorder, anything along those sorts. I do see you guys having the courage and the strength to overcome this in the next 30 days. You guys are really going to be taming your shadow, it seems like, and walking away from things that are no longer serving you, really calling back your power and taking control of your own life. And I love this for you guys, Pile 2. Again, sorry for the interruptions. I really hope you guys have a beautiful day, night, whenever you're watching this. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. If this resonated with you, feel free to give this a like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell button so you don't miss when I upload. and I will see you. Hello, pile 3. If you chose these 2 cards, this is going to be your reading. So we're going to dive in and we're going to see what the general overview is looking like, and then we're going to dive into spiritual, personal growth, as well as our finances and studies and connections. And then we're going to get a final message for the next 30 days for you guys, what you guys need to know. So we got the Death card and we got Isolation. And before I dive into what I'm feeling from these cards, what I was picking up when I was meditating on the energy was seeing like what looked like a little wickered basket, and it was full of fruit. So I feel like this is going to be a very fruitful time for you guys. A lot of growth. Not even growth. I want to say harvest. A lot of harvesting that is going to be happening because it was picked fruit. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like it was growing on a tree. It was in a basket. Like somebody had gathered it. And it was an overflowing basket. And then I was also seeing a crown, like a crown that you wear on your head. And I was feeling like for a lot of you guys are really stepping into your power. You guys are becoming a lot more respected, and it's not like because you're walking around like demanding respect. People just respect your presence. They know your essence. And crown is also one of the chakras. It's the chakra that connects us to the divine. So I was kind of also feeling like your connection to the divine is going to be big within this next 30 days. It's going to be really heightened for you guys. And I was also seeing the face of an owl. So, you know, a lot of wisdom, a lot of downloads. And I feel like this is going to be kind of like a mysterious time for you guys. I don't know, maybe you guys are going to be diving into things that you've never delved into before, like uncharted territory, because it feels like unknown in a sense. So we got the Death card that came out upright with Isolation in reverse. The Death card is definitely giving rebirth, okay? So some of you guys could be going through an ego death, which are never easy. So I commend you if you are intentionally going through this, even if you're not, and Spirit just kind of pushed you into this because it's time. I commend you for trying to flow with the process, because I know how difficult ego deaths can be. Any type of spiritual ascension or enlightening period can be very uncomfortable sometimes. So continue to keep thriving and keep striving, baby, because you're going to get out on the other end of this, and you're going to be so grateful for yourself for going through this process and putting something to rest, whether it's a habit, an old lifestyle, like an alter ego that's not serving you anymore. Yeah, it could be really anything. A diet, like it could be anything. And with the Isolation card being in reverse, so this is giving like number 13 in tarot, which would be the Death card. And this is giving number 9 in tarot, which would be the Hermit card. Okay, so 2 major cards that are talking about like dark night of the soul, soul searching, soul retrieval even. But some major transformation that is happening. Some of you guys could be feeling very lonely in this part of your transformation because you can't really relate with the old people that you were connecting with in the past because you are transforming, right? And sometimes when we go through these transformations, we just don't resonate anymore, you know? I've lost a lot of friends in these last couple years because we just don't connect anymore. It's no ill will. I still love them. They're allowed to be their own person. We're just not on the same path, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying if you're not on the same path that you can't be friends with somebody either, because I don't believe in that, but I do feel like it's just going to be really hard for you to connect with them at that deeper level, because the fact that you are ascending so much, you are really coming into your own within these next 30 days. I feel like it's been going on for more than these 30 days, right? But it's like this next 30 days is when you start to really see some of these things pan out, okay? Yeah, I'm going to pull some tarot before I keep talking, but it really does feel like there's this one card in this deck, and it's called The Crossing. the crossing, and it's the initiation. Talking about, having the courage to leave behind these false masks of strength and to step into your vulnerability and see how far you can really go. You know what I mean? It's really like, it's not being tested, it's being called, right? To get in your boat and to sail across to the other side. I feel like that's kind of like the process that you guys are going through right now. As I said, being called, we got judgment right there. Yeah, you guys are really being called into your purpose. And I feel like your purpose is a higher purpose, like more than just you. It's more than just yourself. So let's see. For the next 30 days for pile 3, this is a really important period for you guys, this next 30 days. It's funny, I said getting in your boat and sailing across. We got the 6 of Swords that came out in reverse. We got the 4 of Wands that came out in reverse. The Empress that came out in reverse. We got the High Priestess in reverse, and we also got the King of Cups in reverse on the other side. So what I'm really picking up for this pile is there is a lot of resistance going into this transformation because there's so much change and like uncomfortability, right? A lot of times when we go through these changes, these transformations, we want to go revert back, or not even necessarily revert back, but we try to go back to old habits, old people, old cycles, and we find out that these are not aligned with us no more. And sometimes it's really hard to just digest that and to really let it go and to know your worth and know your power and know that you have outgrown this. Some of you guys, I am feeling like, are maybe feeling a little bit disconnected while you go through this attunement process. I know I go through those periods too when I'm like ascending, right? And my connection to the divine is becoming stronger. It almost feels like I shut down for a minute. I can't channel. I can't meditate properly for real. Like, not like how I normally do, I should say, because normally I can see things very clairvoyantly, I can hear things very clairaudiently, and I can feel things, and I just know things, right? But when I try to meditate and pick up messages, it just seems like it's just like blank. Like there's nothing there. I'm just sitting there pretty much tuning into my breath, which is okay. You know what I mean? That's important too. But I feel like you guys could go through like a period where you almost feel that disconnect before the connection becomes stronger. Because I was picking up at the beginning, like your connection with the divine is heightening. It is becoming stronger. Sometimes in order to go through those processes, we got to like turn it off for a minute, tune it up, release some things, reprogram some things, and then we turn it back on and we reboot. And when we reboot, we feel that intensity come back, and it's even stronger than it was before because now we have more room for this new energy to come in. You know what I mean? So for a lot of you guys, I am feeling like there could be this feeling of this disconnect, right? And we even got isolation here. And it is a disconnect because you're attuning yourself. Well, Spirit, God, Source, the Creator is attuning you to a higher frequency. So right now you're almost like in that shut off process, kind of like in the void, right? Working through these last little bit of things. Because like I said, I feel like this has been going on for more than this 30 days. So you guys are releasing those last few things in order for you guys to really step into your own. But I do feel like for some of you guys, there's going to be this desire to maybe want to go back to certain things, whether that's connections, an old house, and maybe an old city, or old habits, old cycles. You know, there is going to be this almost desire, and it's not coming from your higher self. It's not coming from the divine. It's coming from your ego, because your ego is going through this real heavy transformation. It's trying to cling on to something. So in order to cling on and try to hang in there, it's going to try to go back to the old version of you that you used to resonate with, because that's the only place where it really lives, right? It doesn't live in this new version of you. It's very much still a part of you. When we go through ego deaths, it doesn't mean that our ego is just completely gone forever. It means that we integrated it into, how do I say it? We've integrated into a higher version of ourselves that has that healthy balance. So our ego is not in control anymore, not making decisions for us anymore. Our higher self and our ego are working together very beautifully and harmoniously. So it's ultimately an alchemization that is happening within different versions of yourself right now. So if you kind of feel like you don't know who you are, if you kind of feel like you don't know what you resonate with, you kind of just feel really meh, right? That's why. Some of you guys could even be feeling a little bit of feelings of depression, or, like I said, feeling isolated, feeling lonely, disappointed. I don't know. It could be so many different things. If you guys are feeling those lower vibrational energies, it's because they're being purged right now. And in order to purge something, you got to feel it first, right? You got to feel it to heal it. I know if you've watched other readers or listened to other spiritual content, you probably heard that a million times, and you're like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. But it's so true, though. Like, that's the only way we can truly transmute something, is if we allow ourselves to feel that shit so we can heal that shit. You know what I mean? So, yes, the next 30 days, it does look like you are kind of going back to the past, in a sense, to learn what you're aligned with and what you're not. And it's all part of the process. Don't beat up on yourself. Don't get down on yourself. Don't let nobody put you down about the decisions you make. You know, as long as you're not hurting nobody, I don't see the issue in it. We're all learning. We're all growing. We're all evolving. And we all go at different paces, and we all do it in different ways. Some of us got to go through trial and error. So maybe, for instance, we used to have an addiction to something. We try to go back to that addiction, and it doesn't make us feel good like it used to, maybe when we were super unhealed, right? Because you've evolved past that now. So now that just doesn't resonate with you anymore. So you try to go back, and you really don't like it. And instead of being like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I don't know, getting down on yourself. We're going to just take that as a lesson. Okay, well, that's not for me anymore. There's something else out here that will help me self-soothe in a healthier way, right? So for spiritual and personal growth, we got the Direction Guardian that just came out with Choose Your Path. So you guys are pretty much being given a clean slate. You know what I mean? Your soul could be calling you in multiple different directions. You could be feeling drawn to multiple different paths at the moment. Spirit is telling you to kind of like make a decision. If you don't know what that decision is, take your time to reevaluate, to sit with yourself, to connect with Source, your higher self, to make the decision. Oh my gosh, and we got spring, and it says, see your seeds grow. And I was feeling like at the beginning, like I was seeing like fruit in a basket. It wasn't just growing, it's like harvested. And underneath that, we got Lord with take charge with authority. Yeah, you guys are being called to take back your own life, to make decisions. And don't be afraid to take your time, you know what I mean? Can't rush big decisions like this. It never works out in our favor, right? Try to rush it, and then we make a decision and we regret it. We're like, fuck. if I would have sat and thought about that a little bit longer, if I would have gave myself a little bit more time, I probably would have made a different decision. You know, if it makes you feel uneasy, if it gives you anxiety or any like lower vibrational energies, it's most likely not coming from your higher self. It's most likely coming from the ego or fear or something like that, right? So pay attention to the way that you feel when you think about certain things or making certain decisions. If it makes you feel calm or peaceful, that's your higher self. That's source, right? So let's see, for their personal and spiritual growth. For their personal and spiritual growth, Spirit. I don't want all these. We got the Two of Cups. I'm going to take the Two of Cups because that came out twice now. So, Two of Cups. This is all about alignment. This is coming together with the masculine and the feminine. This is healing. This is creativity. This is partnership, alliance. And I feel like this isn't, I mean, this could definitely be with another person, right? That source is sent in for you or your higher self. And their higher self has had this like soul contract that you guys were going to come together at this certain period of time, right? But regardless of what the situation is, it does look like a coming together with these multiple different versions of yourself. And this choose your direction, right? This could also be talking about like who you decide to listen to, right? Do you want to listen to your ego? Do you want to listen to fear? Do you want to listen to your anger? Do you want to listen to your higher self? Do you want to listen to peace? You know, like what do you really want? Make a decision and choose that so that way you can align yourself with that at this time. You know what I mean? We got two different cards talking about alignment. We got the Two of Cups and we got the Four of Wands. Four of Wands being in reverse, Two of Cups being upright. It almost feels like a back and forth. Like, I want to align myself with something more, but then there's like this power struggle with the different versions of yourself. And I did see, you know, the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck. It is in reverse, so that tells me there is no like competition. Like, it almost feels like you're learning how to cooperate instead of compete. You know what I mean? Like, we can all work together. We don't have to fight each other. Nobody has to go unheard. Nobody has to go unseen. We can all be seen. We can all be heard. We can all be felt and integrated. This really feels like a evolved pile, to be honest, because it takes a lot of work to alchemize different versions of ourselves into one, right? A lot of times we feel very torn and pulled back and forth and chaotic, which is what the fives can also stand for, is chaos sometimes, you know what I mean? But it can also stand for evolution and growth and change. So with that being said, I feel like no matter how much chaos is in your life, there's always time to change. There's always time to see the divine order within the chaos and to really embody that, you know what I mean? To take charge, like it said, take charge, take authority. Take authority. Take charge with authority. I'm sorry. I can't talk, apparently. But yeah, this does kind of feel like alignment to me. Like you guys are aligning yourself with a new path. And I feel like that's why the direction guardian is here. Oh, and with that also being said, like you guys do have a lot of spirit guides that are trying to point you in the right direction as well, or in a direction that is more fulfilling, I should say, right? Because cups can talk about, you know, emotional fulfillment. It can talk about the heart. It can talk about creativity. It can talk about emotions. I think I said that twice now. But yeah, so it kind of feels like they're trying to align you with something that is more fulfilling emotionally and creatively, rather than just like desire and ego, you know? And I just keep being drawn to this damn star. And it kind of reminds me of this little compass in the middle. So I really do feel like your guys' inner compass is calling out to you. And it's also making me think of the star card, which is all about healing and hope and optimism. So sorry if you guys can hear that outside. Somebody is bumping their music so loud. I can feel the whole building shake. And I'm in a 2-story building right now on the top floor. So it's lovely. Somebody's going to go deaf. But yeah, you have lots of guides that are walking with you down this journey. You know what I mean? You're never really alone, even though we can feel like that a lot of times. You're never really alone. Trust your inner compass and where it's calling you to go right now in this moment. You know what I mean? And if you don't know, like I said, take a moment, create a little bit of stillness, have a little bit of a pause, you know, regroup, and then when it becomes clear, that's when you move towards that. I've been in like a standstill for the last like 6-7 months. I've been wanting to take some sort of step, some sort of leap, and I was like, you know, I feel stuck, but I just feel like there's no opportunity that's opened up, and Spirit kept telling me the same fucking thing, like, just be still. I'm like, for how long? Like, I'm fucking tired of sitting in the same job, in the same city, like, I'm ready to go. And then just recently the opportunity opened up for me to move to a different city that has a lot more opportunities, so I'm taking it. So I will be moving here soon. So if the videos are kind of, you know, a little slow or whatever, when it comes to posting, that is why, because it's a little bit chaotic in my life as well. But, you know, for good reasons, everything is going to fall into place. And I feel like that same message applies for you guys, you know, even if it feels like a really long standstill type of process, there will be movement that is happening. Change will be coming in for you guys, okay? So in their finances and studies, please and thank you, Spirit. What is going on in the next 30 days for their finances and studies? Wow, see, I told you guys. And then we got 13 again. Look, harvest with number 44. It says gathering of blessings. I'm trying to tell y'all, I can't make it up. When Spirit tells me to say certain things and I don't, this type of shit happens. I'm like, damn, I should have said that. But I'm glad that I did go with my gut and my intuition and tell you guys, because that's just a confirmation message right there. You guys are mastering something. You guys are leveling up. And look, we got number 45 right underneath that with brilliant beliefs, with luminous life force and personal power. Yeah, and we got idyllic times with the owl. And it says the garden paradise. You see the owl face? I literally seen that face in my mind's eye. That is so funny. With the garden and paradise. Yeah, you guys are creating your own paradise, literally. Whether that's physically, internally, whatever, spiritually, and then it's going to trickle out into those other areas of your life, right? So really trust the process and really bask in all of the achievements, the accomplishments, all of it, because all of these things are going to play a big part in this grand time of your life, right? I said grand time of your life because it feels very grand. It feels very big. And I said that at the beginning too, like this is a very important time in your life. And we got number 13 with precognition, with psychic ability and future vision. What did I tell you guys? Your connection to the divine is going to be very increased, intense, heightened in this next 30 days. If you feel kind of shut off to this, a little bit of a disconnect, it will not be forever. It will not be for long, okay? It is going to come back. I just heard with a vengeance, but it's not like in a negative way at all, so I don't even want to say that. But it's coming back with some heat. In other words, like, You're going to start to see things a lot more clearly, a lot stronger. You might start to have a lot of precognitive dreams, right? Maybe you're going to start to see things before they happen in your dreams, or having a lot more visions. Maybe you're going to hear things. I am picking up a lot of clairvoyance with this pile, but it doesn't just have to be clairvoyance. You could be gifted in all the clairs. You could be a medium. You could be an energy healer. Whatever you identify with, it is going to be very intense this next 30 plus days. I don't want to just say it's only in the next 30 days, because it feels like it's going on a lot longer than that as well. But yeah, there's another message here for you guys that are doing like your studies, or you're really trying to focus on like building a career or something. You've seen the outcome, and I think you're not trusting it because it hasn't happened yet. And Spirit's telling you to trust your hard work and trust what you've seen. Because if you've seen it, you can achieve it. All you got to do is believe it, okay? Spirit's told me that so many times. And I don't even want to say believe, because if we believe, we doubted to begin with. To have faith and to trust it, right? Because that comes from the heart. That's love. So, yeah, trust what you've seen, what you've felt, what you've heard. Trust your direction. Trust your hard work, right? Have faith in yourself. You've been doing a lot of work, right, to get to the point of where you're at now, and things are starting to transform. And like I said, you will see these things pan out. This next 30 days, you're going to start to see things kind of like falling into alignment. It might take a little bit of time, right? Because we're still working through some things, but I do see this for you guys. Let's get a tarot card for their finances. I like that for your finances and studies. We got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is that slow and steady wins the race. You feel me? That's that dedication, determination. I'm also feeling for some of you guys, somebody else could be giving you something very soon, right? This could be a job. This could be another person, a partner, a friend, a stranger. You know, you could, oh my God, that's so crazy, because in the same section for every pile, I'm pretty sure the Hangman has been somewhere in it. Either it's been out or on the bottom of the deck for every pile. So there is a need to trust and to take a pause and to gain perspective, or shift your perspective to gain enlightenment, right? Which is something that I feel like you guys have been doing for quite a while. It's not like this is something new to you guys, but Spirit is really asking you to trust and stay dedicated. Keep your eye on the prize, to keep moving forward, keep putting in those little steps every single day. Rome wasn't built in a day. You guys are building something very big, very beautiful, very stable, right? So go at your own pace. You're not meant to move at everybody else's pace. You're meant to move at your own pace, okay? If it takes you a lot longer to get something done, oh well, you're still getting it done, baby. Like, you don't have to rush yourself. Just because there's other 27-year-olds or 8-year-olds, I don't know, that have a house already, doesn't mean that you have to have a house too right now. You know what I mean? Maybe that's not your path at the moment. Maybe you got a house that's going to be better in the future that hasn't even been built yet. Or maybe you're going to build your own fucking house and the property that you're going to build on hasn't opened up yet. I don't know. You never know. Maybe you have to travel to go find this place and you haven't traveled there yet, you know? Like, really trust where you're being led right now and continue to stay dedicated and disciplined. You know what I mean? We don't always rely on our motivation, because motivation comes and goes. We got to rely on our discipline and our dedication, right? Our dedication to our path and to our success, whatever your success looks like to you. So let's see in their connections, what is going on. All right, I'll take it. Okay, we got Mask, Not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. Hold on, you guys. Hello, Pile 3, apologies. So, when I just came back, I was also picking up a message of this is personal and spiritual growth, but for some of you guys could be coming into union with a soulmate, a soul partner, because of a direction that you guys choose to go down. It could lead you to this person. Or you could have some sort of collaboration with a person. Or it could even be like a best friend or something, you know, a dog, like soulmates and things like that can come in many forms. So that was another message I was picking up. But yeah, seems like your finances, I almost said career, your finances and your studies are moving along very consistently. There we go. So it's like a consistent pace. It doesn't seem like anything's happening like super fast. And I think that's why Spirit is saying like stay dedicated, stay consistent, because this is moving forward. There is progress that is being made. Because the Knight of Pentacles moves into the Queen, right? So soon you'll be sitting pretty, so to say. So for the connections part, we have Hammer that came out, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, and working on it. We have separation with sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. We got healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. And that did come up a little bit earlier too, addictions and things like that. And we got coffin with endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. So, and then on the bottom, I think I already had said it, but we got mask. With not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. Which is funny because we were talking about the crossing earlier with the initiation and putting down like the false mask of like strength and things like that. Like when you're feeling like you need somebody to cry to vent to just listen to you, to just be in your presence, there is nothing wrong with that. It does not make you weak. It takes a strong person to actually reach out when they're needing help. I'm just saying. So anyways, for the connections, it does seem like there is something that has been illuminated to you about somebody or some sort of connection that is in your life currently or was in your life. And it does, for most of you, look like there has been a separation. Some of you guys could be trying to start over with this person, right? You could have been married to this person or have a house or something like that with this person, maybe children with this person. Because it does feel like there is some sort of like tie with this person other than just a soul tie, right? Or a soul contract. Like this could be something that's physically here on this plane too, like a child or a lease or you know, a paper, like a marriage certificate or something. So that's just for who that applies to. You know, this is a general read, put it where it fits. But it does seem like there has been some sort of separation. Some of you guys could be trying to rebuild with this person, work on things. Could have been a lot of damage done here, though. So there could be like a need to take a moment to really pause and like work on yourself for a minute. And as you heal, the connection is going to heal, right? And with the coffin card, and it says endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. This is kind of making me feel like for those of you that are trying to rebuild with this person, this could talk about having to let go of the shit that has been done in the past in order to move forward, right? To grow, to to change, to transition, to liberate yourself through, right? I can't with myself today, dude. I cannot talk. It's like the heat is like got me feeling like heat exhaustion, and I just can't fucking talk for shit. But yeah, it does feel like regardless, there's a lot of healing that is happening on a personal level, which is helping you in your connections. You feel me? If there has been any separations, any people that have left your life as of recently, I do feel like this was to make sure that you focus on your healing for a moment. You know what I mean? I do want to, and to like free yourself from this. Sometimes we'll hold on to a connection because we really like care about that person. We want to be with that person. And then, you know, maybe it's not good for our well-being. Like sometimes the universe and our higher self, our spirit guides are trying to protect us from something, and we're trying to hold on, which does more damage in the end to us and to the connection, you know. Let's see, for pile 3's connections for the next 30 days. It does kind of feel like the, wow, yeah, devil in reverse. Literally. It does feel like you guys are definitely releasing a lot of toxic people from your life. We also got the 4 of Cups right here. And we got the Fool in reverse. A lot of people that you feel like you can't trust or move forward with, you are finally releasing them. You're cutting the ties, freeing yourself from that connection in order to move forward. I do see you guys no longer like settling with this 4 of Cups, no longer settling for half-ass offers or even offers that make you feel like you're a second option, things like that. Or people that have rejected you in the past. It's kind of like cutting your losses. Like, I'm cutting my losses, I'm moving forward. And again, with the boat, like you're hopping on your ship, you're sailing to the other side, to that new version of you. This is a really big transformation for you guys. And I'm honestly, like, I'm so proud of you. If nobody else has told you, I'm so proud of you for all of the work that you've been doing, especially on a personal and soul level. Nobody really recognizes how difficult this work can be unless they've done it themselves. And I can tell you, I've been there, done that. I still go through a lot of my own transformations and shit. I still very much get triggered. And it takes a lot of work to be aware. You know what I mean? To even be conscious of the shit that's going on around you and within you, and not lashing out on other people or internalizing what other people are doing to you, you know, and making it seem like it's your problem. Because it feels like you guys are releasing fears, addictions, restrictions, mindsets, cycles, people. Something has been illuminated to you about certain connections that were holding you back, or making you feel like you were held back, I should say. Making you feel like you were held back, because the Devil card talks about these two people not actually being chained. Like, the chains are loose enough for them to get out of, but they think that they're stuck, right? So people that have made you feel like you're stuck with them, you have no other option, or addictions that you felt like you're just stuck this way, like you can never kick it. Every time you try, you always fall back into the habit. Like, I see you stepping into your power, like we said at the beginning. Stepping into your power, really taking back control of your life. This could even be like self-sabotage. This could be old conditioning, right? Things that we were conditioned to believe to be our reality. Or this could be negative self-talk. Like I said, fears. Like, it can be so many different things. Put it where it fits, y'all. But I see a lot of growth. And there are new beginnings that are coming in because you are choosing to walk away from these cycles and these people and not take these offers. You know what I mean? Don't settle, baby, because you got a lot more on the horizon waiting for you. Let's get a final message for pile 3. We got the Knight of Wands. Okay, moving with passion. Okay, taking action. I love to see it. We also got the Seven of Cups with the Ace of Swords in reverse. So there is some confusion or like a lack of clarity about what direction you should move in. And my advice to you would not be to listen to the mind, but listen to the heart. Listen to your soul, because that is what knows what's best, right? It kind of feels like we got the Four of Wands again with the Two of Swords. Because it kind of feels like the mind is maybe a little, what's the word I want to say? I keep hearing clustered, but that's not, it's not the word that I'm looking for. There's a lot going on in there, you know what I mean? Like it could be a little, damn, why can I not think of the word? Oh, well, we're just going to say cluster. There could be a clusterfuck going on up there, like a whole lot of thoughts, a whole lot of triggers, just feeling really confused, feeling really conflicted, not knowing what move to make. And I feel like when you start to feel that way, it's really time to go within and try to quiet these things and listen to your heart, right? Listen to your heart. You're not going to find happiness if you just logically go about life. Sometimes you got to open your heart up and be vulnerable and allow it to speak to you on a soul level to find stability, to find wholeness within yourself, because you are whole within yourself. You don't need nobody else to make you feel whole, period. Okay? And this is something that I do see you guys like freeing yourself from. Like, you don't need parents, you don't need fucking a lover, you don't need nobody, you just need yourself. As long as you got you, at the end of the day, you're always going to be good. As soon as we start to rely on other people, and it's okay to fall on other people sometimes, and like I said, vent and have support and things like that, but don't rely on other people as far as your stability or things like that going. I know everybody's situation is different. Sometimes we end up falling in those situations where, our stability does depend on somebody else. And it's really about like watching your move. Sometimes it feels like you gotta walk on eggshells around these people. I've been there. But I don't know. The message is just try to find that within yourself, especially right now, because it does seem like there's a lot of confusion here. We got the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Swords in reverse with the Two of Swords. This talks about stalemate energy, confusion. I'm picking up analysis paralysis, okay? When you got so many options in front of you, you don't know what to do, so you don't do anything. And sometimes that's okay, but sometimes that can create stagnancy for too long of a time, too long of a period, right? Spirit is telling you to move towards your passions. What are you passionate about? If you don't know, it's time to sit down and figure out what it is that lights your fire, that, gets that desire going. Yeah. Just want to see if there's anything else. Some of you guys, I feel like, could be wanting to move or leave a situation, like a house or something, and maybe not knowing how to go about this. And I feel like Spirit will bring that opportunity to you when the time is right. Don't try to rush it. Don't act impulsively. Just take action when the action feels right and when it becomes clear to you, because it will. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Pile 3. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, feel free to give us a like, comment, subscribe. Hit the little bell button so you don't miss when I upload. And I hope to see you guys in my next one. Take care of yourself, and I'm sending you guys lots of love.